Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT, and it is Wednesday, the 4th of December, which means it's Facebook Live Day. So, very glad to see you. Excited to have you here. And of course, if you're catching this part of the video, you are watching the replay, so welcome on in, replay crew. And hopefully I'll have some people that are able to join me live. I was just thinking about how it's been a couple months now that we changed our Facebook Live from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's really working very well for me. I appreciate y'all being patient with me as I transition to this time. It's working so much better for me with my work and everything at the clinic. But I know that a lot of you end up watching the replay, and I do appreciate that so much. It's not quite the same as being here live, but you know, we're busy and we just make it work. So thank y'all for doing that. And I appreciate those that are able to watch live as well. Of course, the way that I have my camera positioned, I use my phone. It's up in a rack, so I don't get to see comments as you're posting them, but I try to go back and say hello, answer any questions, that type thing. So be sure to leave a comment as you come in. And if you want to hit that heart, that always makes me feel good to see those little hearts go flying by. And it lets Facebook know to share this video with other people when you guys engage. And then if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up, the subscribe bell. Helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So it is a dreary, rainy Wednesday in Texas, but we need the rain, y'all, so bad. So bad. So we're fortunate to get the rain. I was not expecting it to be so cool and rainy. I hadn't really paid attention apparently to the weather app, but here we are. So it's been a good day to be inside. Did go get my hair cut, but other than that, Oliver and I have just been in the house working on stuff, mainly in the craft room, a little bit of laundry, that kind of thing, our Wednesday activities. And we love taking a little break and coming to spend some time with you. So we're going to make a really fun little card today. This is what we're going to be recreating. This little card that has the gift packages on it. And this is a card that I learned how to make from my demonstrator friend, Angie Judah. And I actually learned this years ago. So this is kind of an updated version with some really cute designer series paper called Sentimental Christmas. And I'll go ahead and bring my catalog in, and it is opened up. Let me see what page this is on. 29 shows you the Sentimental Christmas designer series paper. This one is a favorite of mine. I love the vintage feel to it, but also this is a special paper because Stampin' Up! Is donating $3 from each pack of paper to childhood literacy charity. And so that is an important thing to support, I feel like. And I'm glad that I have probably helped Stampin' Up! Donate about $15 because I think I've purchased about 5 packs of this paper. It's so much fun to work with and just really pretty, vintagey. If you're wanting to make cards, scrapbook layouts, but I also at this time of year like to wrap small gifts in designer series paper. So don't forget that that is an option for you as well. We've got this pretty paper. Let's put it to use, right? And we've got pretty ribbon and embellishments that go with it. So it's so fun to be able to wrap a small gift, make a tag that matches, put ribbon and embellishments that all match, and really make your gifts spectacular. Okay, so let's take a look a little bit closer at this card. So you've just got some scraps of designer series paper. You know, I love finding good ways to use up those small bits of designer series paper. We actually used to do a December class on how to use your paper scraps, and we just haven't the past couple of years because we have gotten so good at putting little strips on the inside, using up our pieces, that we don't have a lot of scraps anymore. I don't. I hope you don't either. I hope you're using them up, decorating your envelopes, doing different things that you can use up those small pieces. Down, Oliver. Thank you. So I do have in the background on the white piece of cardstock, I have used an embossing folder called Forever Plaid. It's one of my favorites from the mini catalog, and it really does add a little bit extra to this card. I'm not sure how well that will show up on camera, but it's really super cute in the background. So I do have it pulled out so you can kind of see what this does. And embossing folders are such a fun addition to our projects. They can just add so much texture and dimension and so much fun. There's so many different techniques you can do with your embossing folders other than just embossing the paper. But today, that's all I'm doing, just putting a little bit of texture back behind those gifts. This embossing folder is still available. I checked the online store right before I went live, and it is still available. It's not marked down or anything. Looks like it's carrying over. But I do want to talk to you for a minute because we have a new system for how Stampin' Up! Is retiring products, kind of the life cycle of our products. In the past, they've done a retirement list and some of the items have been discounted, but we are getting away from that. We're also getting away from the clearance rack. There won't be a clearance rack anymore. It will be a last chance list, last chance items, and they will stay in the online store marked last chance until the supply is depleted, and then it will go away. Some of the items are discounted. This Reindeer Fun set is one of the things that's on the last chance list, which means it will retire once the supply is depleted. And it is marked down a couple dollars. It's just $18 for this set. So if you haven't picked it up yet and you want to, a couple dollars off, that never hurts, does it? And what I like to use for these little cards is the like Merry Christmas, these little strip greetings that are a smaller font, just a straight line. Congrats is always nice, or congratulations. Happy birthday is a good one because we've got these little pieces of all kinds of designer series paper. So it's fun to use all those different papers to create different styles of cards, different types of cards. Happy birthday is another one that a lot of times if you look at your sets, you'll have a small, just like type font, happy birthday. Merry Christmas, best wishes would be good for a wedding, or hello baby, or welcome baby. Something like that would work really well. You just switch out the designer series paper. You could switch out the embossing folder or not even have it. Just stamp something in the background maybe. So many things you can do to make a card like this. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this. I've got all my pieces cut and prepped and in my envelope. So let's just dump everything out and get started here. I don't know. No, I didn't. I didn't grab an inside panel. So when I was putting some things away earlier, I kept out what I believe to be the proper sized inside panel, and I think I did. So I do have my embossed piece, and then I've got a couple of other pieces. Like this is my strip for my sentiment. It's just 1/2 inch. Yes, 1/2 inch wide. Let me double check that because, yes, it's 1/2 inch wide. Just a little scrap of basic white. It's longer than what I need, but again, it's a little scrap, so we will cut that off. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And then this is a piece that's 4.5 by 1 inch, and you're going to see what we'll use it for in just a moment. There's our train, our obligatory train, you guys. And then we have got our 3 pieces of designer series paper and 3 little strips. These are 1/4 inch strips of cardstock, and you just want a coordinating color. I chose to go ahead and use Poppy Parade. I'm going to use a shaded spruce card base on this card, where I used a Poppy Parade card base for this one, but those are the colors that are in the designer series paper, so I'm just pulling from that. Okay. Let's get ourselves organized. I think what I'm going to do is bring my mat in, and we're going to put our little packages together first. So again, a lot of this is scrap, which I love using up scraps, y'all. It just gives you such a sense of accomplishment. Is that silly? Probably. I don't care. I'm just silly. So I do have these little strips cut. And if you have some skinny little strips, you know, you don't have to necessarily cut them down exactly to size, but you could cut them off. Let me go ahead and give you some measurements. I did jot those down right quick so that you'll know as far as your designer series paper. Our layer is going to be, that is embossed, is 5 1/4 by 4. And then we are actually using a top folding card base in shaded spruce that's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And then of course our inside panel is also 5 1/4 by 4. So we'll set those pieces aside. We'll talk a little bit about our little presents, our little gift boxes. So the largest one, and we're going to be using this side, I think, for that one. The largest one is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. So then that means our largest strip of Poppy Parade cardstock is 3 1/4 by 1/4 inch. Then our medium-sized piece of designer series paper, our second package on the stack, is 2 1/2, down please, by 1 1/2. And that means our strip is 2 1/2 by 1/4. And then let me look at the last measurement. It is 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. So 1 3/4 by 1/4 inch for the piece that's going to go on the top. So let's go ahead and attach these little pieces that kind of act like the box top. We'll put that on our designer series paper. I'm just going to put a very thin bead of liquid glue. I think I have a little bit of glue on the top of that. Clean that off a bit. As y'all know, I used my glue holder that Dale made me, which would make a really nice Christmas gift for a crafter. If you need any, let us know. These glue holders that he makes with his 3D printer are just so cool. And I just love putting my glue in here, not ever messing with putting the lid on it anymore at all. And it just really does not get stopped up, y'all. It's so awesome the way that he designed that. And he just charges $5 for them. So if you need some, let me know. Okay, so there's our first little package. And I think this is the one that's going to go on here. Looks like that's the right size. Oh, I think this paper is directional. And I always get it wrong. I think it goes this way. But I don't think it's going to really matter. Almost looks like a toile pattern. But think about all your papers that you have that you could do this with. So, so fun. So cute. That's our second little gift. We'll give this a second to dry. I just like putting everything on the mat, keeping it all together, but you do you. Whatever works for you. So just pretty much recreating this card exactly like I did my first one. And I'm putting my glue there on the DSP and bringing then this skinny little strip to it so that I'm not trying to get glue on the skinny strip and ending up with tons of glue on my fingers instead. Okay, so we'll let those dry for just a second. And then what we're going to do with this piece, remember it was 4 1/2 by 1 inch. We're going to stack our gifts up on there. And now you can just put them straight onto your embossed panel if you want to, but I know Angie does it this way. I feel like this gives you a little bit more stability. It helps me get everything lined up as well. So I like doing it this way. So I'm just going to take my Stampin' Seal Plus and run down the length of this so that I can add my gifts. So the point here now is to center them up on your piece of white. And I find, you want to butt that down to the bottom. I find if I turn it over, ooh, I think I did pretty good, y'all. You can tell a little bit better. Looks pretty good. Okay, then we'll take our next size. Just butt it right up to that other package. And again, make sure it's somewhat centered. You know, it's not perfect, it's handmade, but you want it to be somewhat centered. Stacking up our presents. I always think that looks so cute when you do that with gifts and then wrap the ribbon around it. So, so cute. I'll have to show y'all, maybe I can do this next week. I saw a TikTok of a really cool way to make a bow on a package. So maybe I can see if Dale would design us a little box and maybe I can make a bow, or just kind of show you how it worked. That could move down. Tiny skosh. Being kind of futzy, huh? I turned my heat on in here, and I think I'm going to have to turn it off a little bit, down a little bit. Getting too warm. And then our last one just goes right there on top. Our little stack of presents. Okay. I think we're pretty good. And I ran out of this white ribbon, so I'm going to use something different when we get to that part here in just a minute. But right now, at least we've got this part all ready to go. We will put some dimensionals. I'm pretty sure I grabbed some dimensionals over here. So we'll put some dimensionals on the back. Oh, I grabbed the minis. That's not going to work, y'all. I do need a mini for one thing. But I thought I had some regular. Let me get some regular size dimensionals. I always end up using the bits and pieces left over from stamp class. So my dimensionals are typically a hot mess. Just bits and pieces. I'm going to use quite a few on this. I shouldn't have done that quite yet, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Just try not to put some in right down the center. We can make it work. I should have put my ribbon on first. Y'all let me know what you think of this card. I think it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Let's do that right quick. Let's put a little bit of ribbon. So I'm actually using... This is from a 2-pack of ribbon, but it's kind of a flat gold. And I thought that would look cute with the vintage feel that we've got going on with our Sentimental Christmas. So I'm just going to take a glue dot, catch that underneath the edge of that ribbon. I guess you'd call that ribbon, twine ribbon. We're just going to come across. Look how cute that is, y'all. Try to line it up somewhat in the middle. And come all the way around. Snip that end off. And put another little glue dot underneath. Try not to cut my finger. That wouldn't be good, would it? And then we may revisit that with a bow. Probably will here in a minute. I didn't grab a take your pick, so I'm going to use the end of my snips to grab another glue dot for us. It's what I used to do all the time. I used to be able to pick up embellishments and stuff with my snips. I'm not quite as talented in that way anymore because I haven't done it in so long. Before we got a take your pick tool, it's what I always used. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now I can come in with a couple more dimensionals. That's why I said I should have waited to put my dimensionals on, but it's okay. We made it work. So let me know how your Thanksgiving was. I can't believe how quickly the time is going. We have just a couple weeks really until Christmas. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We wait and celebrate on the Saturday after just because our kids have other families. And it just makes it easier if we let them go and do with their other families, and then we get them to ourselves on the Saturday after, and it's just so nice. I'm going to use my bone folder to kind of get these fibers laying down on the edge of this right quick. Now, I only cut myself one little scrap, so we'll see how I do on my stamping. I think because I'm going to use a Shaded Spruce card base, I want to use Shaded Spruce ink for my Merry Christmas stamping. So that will be coordinated. We'll see how I do here. Try not to get my head in the camera, but I might have to. We'll see. There we go. It's not too shabby. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with it. So remember, just pull your colors right out of your Designer Series paper, and you just can't go wrong. One of the things I absolutely love about Stampin' Up! Is that everything coordinates, and it just makes it so much easier for me. I love lots of other products in the paper crafting industry, but what I find is I just spend so much time trying to color coordinate ribbon or cardstock or whatever, and nobody's got time for that. I want to just know that I have Shaded Spruce cardstock, Shaded Spruce ink, and I'm good. Okay, so I think we're going to be ready to kind of put our card together now. So let me first use the bone folder. I'm not really doing it in the order that I normally do a card, but that's okay. Use the bone folder to burnish that fold so it lays down nice and flat. And I'm going to put my inside panel with our dot, dot, not a lot. If you put some glue in the corners and a little bit down the center, that's more than enough liquid glue, and it gives you a chance to hold onto the sides of the cardstock so you don't get glue on your fingers, or you try not to, right? Put our inside panel. Now, while this dries, I'll hold this open for a second. You know, if you need this to be a gift card holder, as with any card, all you have to do is add maybe a piece of Designer Series paper that's 4 by about probably 1.5, 1 3/4, 2 at the most. And you just adhere it on the sides and the bottom. And then you could use coordinating Designer Series paper that you have for your card to make a little pocket to stick a gift card down in. So if that's something that you need, that's a great little trick to do. Now we'll go ahead and put a little bit extra glue on this piece that has been embossed, since not all of the surface of it will be touching the cardstock layer. We'll put a little bit extra, but still leaving those sides so I don't get my fingers in the glue, or I have a greater chance of success on that, right? That looks pretty good. So we've got that lined up. Give it a little rub and get that adhering down. So now, I should have grabbed a Take Your Pick tool. The only one that, oh, wait a minute. No, that's not one. I'll just use the old-fashioned way and use a fingernail to get those backings off. It'll be okay. Ideally, use your tools. Take Your Pick tool is so awesome with the piercing end to gather up all those backings, but it's okay. We've had cards that we're doing for a service project. We've had an ornament exchange. Of course, we've had the holidays. And my craft room kind of became a catch-all. And I had to do some straightening up in here. And I'm not quite finished, so I'm not really sure where my Take Your Pick tool is. It's here somewhere. Okay, I think we've got the backings off of all of those. I think so. So I'm going to just put this down. Oops, I may have moved that. It may be too late now. No, we're going to go with it. I'm just going to take my little packages and put them down at the bottom. May leave a tiny little bit of white showing. Add them. It's so cute already, isn't it? Oh, I love it. So, so cute. And then we've got our cute little sentiment. So here's where I'm going to add a little mini dimensional to one end. That's a regular one. When I need the minis, I find the regular. When I need the regular, I find the minis. I'm talented like that, y'all. I'm going to use one down at this end so that it pops that up a bit, because then I'll just adhere right at the top, probably with a glue dot. Let's do it that way. Maybe a couple of glue dots. Like I said, this makes a really cute card, birthday card. And then just think about all the different papers that you have for Christmas. So, so fun. Just make sure that's not sticking off the side of your card, but put that on at an angle. Let's get some of this debris out of the way. Put it in my little trash can back here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have dimensional backs everywhere. That was not a wise decision, was it? Let's go ahead and make a little bow. So this won't hide the tip of the tag, the Merry Christmas tag, quite as well as my ribbon did, but I just ran out of that. But it's that crinkle ribbon from the annual catalog. So darling. For cards and tags and projects. We've used it actually, I got that twisted. Let me try that one more time. We've used it on a box that we did for Finally Friday last week, which makes me think Finally Friday is this Friday, December the 6th, and we will be making 8 gift tags. So if you're not familiar with Finally Friday, it's our free online class. Dale and I come, and Dale is my supporting demonstrator and my hubby. And he's a part-time comedian, I think. He's pretty funny, y'all. Keeps me laughing. But anyway, we do a Facebook Live on the first Friday, usually, of the month, right here at Stamp with CT. And it's just a free online class. You can come, whether you make a purchase, whether you want to do the projects or not, you can come and get inspired. We love inspiring others. Oh, that's going to look so cute. So this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. No, that's wrong. 5 p.m. Central Time. We moved it up a bit. That worked better for everyone. 5 p.m. Central Time, Friday the 6th. And we'll be making some Christmas tags that I think you're going to love. I love making my own Christmas tags. And for years, Tara and I, my daughter, and I, we did this, and LaDonna has done it as well. They make great gifts, you guys. Co-workers love a set of Christmas tags. You can put it in a clear envelope. You can make a little bag for them. They just love receiving those tags as a gift. So if you just want to do a little something for someone, neighbors, co-workers, that type thing, make up a few little tags with some of your Christmas paper. And remember what Cheryl says, if we use up our Christmas paper this year, then we're going to need to buy new Christmas paper next year, which, use it up, y'all. Make some little tags, make some people happy. It really brightens people's Christmas to have the handmade holidays. I love it so much. Okay, let me know what y'all think. You like it better on the shaded spruce with the gold ribbon or twine, or do you like it better on Poppy Parade with the white ribbon? I like both of them. They turned out cute, super cute. Now you could also come in and put some embellishments on there if you wanted to. I didn't, but I'm not opposed to that. by any means. That would be really, really cute. Okay, let me give Oliver a little incentive to get down off the table here, baby, while I share with you just a couple more things. I don't know that I got any cards, but we did get a couple of little gifts. Dale and I got treats from Cassandra. And you know, she is the queen of the Kirby keepsake box. Now, I think in the process of bringing this over here, I lost the little tag that goes with it that says Happy Thanksgiving. But look, we got our Pilgrim and our Indian treat holder with the Kirby keepsake box. This was a die that Stampin' Up! Offered several years ago. So cute. And she makes so many cute projects with this. Absolutely love it, Cassandra. I'm not sure if I was supposed to get the Pilgrim or the Indian, but I took the candy out of the Pilgrim. So I think I was supposed to give Dale the Pilgrim. But anyway, so cute. Thank you, Cassandra. We always love getting our treats. And then one more thing to show you guys is I got this in the mail a few days ago. A beautiful new mini catalog that will start in January. I think it's January the 7th. So get excited. And if you need one of your own, let me know if you need a copy. We'll get it to you. And Celebration, do I have that right side up? Yes. Celebration will be coming as well. So that is our free gift with purchase. One of my favorite promotions that Stampin' Up! Does, because it's so awesome to get a free gift for purchasing things I was going to get anyway. So demonstrators reap those rewards. Customers reap those rewards. It's just so awesome. So Celebration is coming. Can't show you the inside of these yet, but trust me, looking awesome. I'm so excited about it. We only have Finally Friday and Cardstock Club activities in December. Just because the way the holidays fall, we're taking some time to spend with friends and family, and we hope that you guys will do that as well. Always reach out to me if you are by yourself and you want some company at the holidays. You are always more than welcome in our home and at our table. We would love to have you here if you're local to us, and that's a possibility. What else? Anyway, we're just not doing a lot of crafting together in December, but we will have a launch party for this beautiful new mini catalog starting in January, and we will have other activities. We're playing bingo again in January, so we'll have lots going on, and I'll send emails out about that. So if you're not on my email list and you want to be added, let me know. That's probably one of the easiest ways to find out what's going on. I send an email at the beginning of the month with all the activities. We will also do a designer series paper and ribbon share from this new catalog. So if you want to be part of that, be watching for that as well. We'll post information about that a little bit, probably towards the end of December. I'll be back next week, and like I said, I think I'm going to try to figure out a way to show you this cool new bow, or way to tie a bow on a package. It was really neat, a TikTok that I saw, because I'm always looking for cool ideas like that, and I love to share them with you. Okay, I think it's time for Oliver's T-R-E-A-T. He did pretty well today, y'all. And we hope that you will stay crafty, and we will talk with you again soon. Bye.